West, love the 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 West.
What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a swag. I'm Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk, about to give you another episode 67 of the 2 Cents Deposit on Sports, place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking the time to watch the show. While you're here, go ahead and click the subscribe button to the channel so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here at Get With It Sports 2 on the YouTube channel. Everything good with you, bruh?
Oh, yes.
Football season.
It's that time of year.
Week 1. I think this whole thing is about NFL, but we're going to get into it as always with our news tape. And we're going to go in hot and heavy real quick. We're going to talk about Colin Kaepernick, Nike, and the national anthem protest. All blended in one. The former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick shared an image via Twitter on Monday of a photo that will be used as one of the faces of Nike's 30th anniversary of the Just Do It campaign. Kaepernick joins Serena Williams, Odell Beckham Jr., and LeBron James, among others, in the groundbreaking series. Nike retweeted the photo of Kaepernick posted on Twitter, endorsing his protest against social inequality and police brutality. So kudos, hand clap to Nike for stepping out there to do something against the grain, as you can say. We all know this is a business move, and I know it's bold. It's a bold move, but let's not forget they're gonna make money off of this, as always. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people out there burning Nike. Well, I seen this one ignorant dude, old man. He older than us. He protested. Yes, I'm gonna say protest because that's what they doing. Put lighter fluid on his shoes while he has them on his feet and lit them. So I think he had like second degree burns on his feet because of what he did. He had his shoes on, threw lighter fluid on his shoes, and lit them while his feet were still in them. That just shows you how ignorant these people are out here. So, but like I said, it's a marketing move for Nike. They could afford to do it. You know, I heard people. From what I heard, I think it was a 37% drop in the
sales.
Not sales. In shares, but it gained back up like a couple of days later. So people don't get their emotion. Then they come to the reality saying, "Fool, why you giving up this money? You had all this money all this time just because Colin Kaepernick, you gonna risk thousands of or millions of dollars." Nike big enough to hold its own with with all this little stuff jumping off. So, what do you think about Nike using Kaepernick as their flagship?
I think, like you said in the beginning, it's definitely a business move. And if he can get it, his story was already out there, but, it just put more light into it. You know what? Because I thought about it. I don't know. But see, the thing is, I don't know what light it put into it because it's so far off of what it was meant to be in the very beginning. It's ridiculous.
Right.
So I don't know where it's going, but everybody know Nike is worldwide. Nike's big or whatever. So anybody in China that didn't know what was going on over here, they know now.
Right.
So, we'll see where it go. But like I said, it's so much off the path now. I don't know where it's going. I don't know who getting what. All I know is at the end of the day, Nike will benefit from it.
Right. Totally agree. Nike gonna show a commercial tonight. First night of the NFL season between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. They will be showing a commercial with Kaepernick in it. I seen it yesterday. Real good. It's tasteful. It's to the point of basically being yourself and doing what you feel like doing and go above and beyond. So it was a good commercial. It's going to be airing tonight. I'm sure you. I don't know. Have you seen it yet?
I was watching the news when I got in this morning, and they was airing some of it, so I did see it.
All right, cool.
Think about it. They didn't show enough for me to have an opinion.
Okay, no problem. So after everything was said and done, Nike put out there that not Odell Beckham, Colin Kaepernick was going to be the flagship of the 30th anniversary of the Just Do It campaign. NFL is going to step in and say a bunch of nothing from what I see.
Okay.
Cover their bases. As you can see right here, the NFL released a statement on Tuesday after Nike, one of its major sponsors, because Nike cover a lot of. I believe they cover all four of the major sports here in the United States. But then they got soccer, all the sports out there. So they cover them. The Nike is one of NFL's major sponsors. Make all the uniforms. They named the free agent quarterback as the face of the third anniversary, like I just said. Here's a quote. The National Football League believes in dialogue, understanding, and unity. You're lying already right there. We embrace the role and responsibility of everyone involved with this game to promote meaningful, positive change in our communities. As said Jocelyn Moore, the NFL Executive Vice President of Communications and Public Affairs. Quote, the social injustice, I'm having tongue tied for some reason, issues that Colin and other professional athletes have raised deserve our attention and action. I'm like, I would love to see her face when she said all this. Like, you really gonna say this after all the stuff that's been said and done?
Right.
Anyway, Nike announced the deal on Monday, sparking wide-ranging reactions. While some praised the decision to endorse the quarterback's work against social inequality and police brutality with the campaign, others were critical and said that they would no longer be purchasing the company's product, with some even burning Nike clothes in protest. The campaign kicked off with a close-up image of Kaepernick with the words, believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything. So, the NFL is talking a bunch of bullshit right now. We all see this right here. You ain't showing no kind of dialogue, understanding, or unity from the get-go. You're just trying to cover your bases, and you're just doing a bad job of it. And to me, all the NFL got to do is sit back. See, we talked about this over the summer, right before before training camp. They're gonna sit here and try to set their own national anthem policy. Everything, just like you said in that episode, everything died down. You're gonna sit and kick it back up, trying to implement policies without even discussing it with all the owners. Number one, and number two with the NFLPA. Right. Now you got this. Now Kaepernick come out. You really didn't have to say anything. What I'm thinking, Nike put it out there. Colin Kaepernick is the flagship of the Just Do It campaign. You just sit back and let it ride. We didn't need this old no content story that you message that you just gave us.
So, pretty much, yeah, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna backpedal and try to just sit back and see what happens. Still not gonna choose a side. They don't want that, So they much concerned about protecting their own brand. They're not gonna. They definitely not gonna, because they don't want to take a chance. Right. Maybe the fans to be pissed off, and if they pissed off, maybe sooner or later, they'll come back. But what if they don't? So it's still, I think with them, it's going to be always a wait and see. They're going to react and not, be proactive at all.
Right. Right. You know what really tickles me with all this? Number one, it's the NFL fault anyway for not implementing a policy saying that you need to stand for the national anthem, because all the other three major sport entities, Major League Baseball, National Hockey League, and National Basketball Association, have this in their contract. Now everybody needs to stand. The NFL, see, and this is what gets me. And the NFL didn't have it in there.
Mm-hmm.
People upset, but Colin Kaepernick did his research, found out he could do what he was just sitting down at first until somebody found out why he was sitting down. He talked to the ex-Navy SEAL, to Neil, but they didn't have none of that in their contract. And this is what gets me here. And this is another thing that ticks me off with Trump and with the NFL. You know, in the MLB, you have the unwritten rule, right?
Right.
Well, it's not written down, but everybody around know if this happened, if you do this, right?
Right.
That's basically what this is. Trump made an unwritten rule. It's not in the policy. Okay, so we can't do nothing to Colin Kaepernick. So when I ain't gonna say president, when Trump sat here and called them sons of bitches and they all need to be fired and everybody need to be standing at attention, foot on line during the national anthem. That was the unwritten rule he put up to go up against the protest. Kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he made a rule, even though it wasn't official. Yeah,
but you can't make it unwritten rule. Unwritten rules are just there. They're not spoken. They're just always done.
Right, but that's my version of what they're trying to do. Okay, we know it's not legally binding, but we're gonna sit here and try to start something where it's not written, but you're being disrespectful if you do it like this. Kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I see it as that. And speaking of punk ass Trump, let's go ahead and finish up this thing here. Trump says, President Donald Trump bashed Nike for its endorsement of Kaepernick. Quote, I think it's a terrible message. Nike is a tenant of mine. They pay a lot of rent. Now, you sit here and call all the players sons of bitches if they don't stand for the national anthem. But you notice when somebody, a juggernaut like Nike, who has trillions of dollars in their cachet, now you're going to be polite. When you got someone, he says, Nike is a tenant of mine. They pay a lot of rent. You ain't gonna step on their toes.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like went against the grain on him. Like, oh damn, Nike put out a statement. I can't say nothing bad about Nike because they're gonna take that money away. He a businessman first before he's a president of the United States.
Hell yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So I was shocked he came out mild-mannered like this right here. But Trump has repeatedly attacked Kaepernick and other NFL players who have demonstrated during the national anthem before games. He went as far as to call Kaepernick a son of a bitch and refusing to stand. I think that was the Alabama rally that he went to when he just went off and said all this. But let's move on. Another quote from Trump. But I think it's a terrible message that they are sending and the purpose of them doing it. Maybe there's a reason for them doing it, but I think I think as far as sending a message, I think it is a terrible message and a message that shouldn't be sent. There's no reason for it. See, he said there's no reason for it. It's been a reason, but you ain't listening to the reason.
Right. He don't care about that at all.
No. So from what I understand, they got apparel coming out. I don't know how it's gonna look. I don't know if I'm gonna buy any. I was supporting them, but I don't know if I'm gonna buy anything. And I guess my thing is this: Kaepernick already gave millions of dollars for his cause. Nike said all the proceeds from the purchase of these items will go to Kaepernick's Know Your Rights campaign. Everybody giving up money, but the protesters. You know what I'm saying? People that's going against it. And what gets me with all this, you going against the protest, and y'all act like y'all don't know what a protest means, but you guys sitting here about to protest Nike. So don't give me all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Like you don't know why you protesting. We all know why you protesting. If you don't want to say it, I ain't gonna say everybody's racist, but everybody got racial tendencies. Kind of get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna actually call you racist, but why you doing what you're doing? And it ain't because of the national anthem. You know what I'm saying? It's about other things, but that might be a little bit too deep. What you gotta say, bro?
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. They putting all this into this whole Nike thing or whatever. Now they want to protest this, protest that, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And just the other day, I'm watching stuff on the news about the Catholic Church again. They doing what doing what they've been getting in trouble for the longest time.
Right,
right. I ain't seen nobody walking in front of not one church, holding a sign, leave our kids alone, or nothing like that. That's just one example.
Right.
People do what they want to do, and they so-called pick these causes to protest. And it's at the end of the day, it's a bunch of crap. Exactly. You're gonna stand for what you want and do what you believe in what you believe in or whatever. But everybody got their cause.
Their intentions.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So, like I said, kudos for Nike. To hell with the NFL. To hell to Trump with his punk ass.
I'm wearing my Nikes. I wore them yesterday. I don't care about none of that crap. I wish I would. Much as them up clothes and shoes cost,
man,
I'm burning what? Food. Crazy as hell.
Okay. We're just gonna say, hey, tonight we're gonna find out when the first game starts off what's gonna be the reaction to the national anthem. We'll see. But let's go move on to other things of what's going on in Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, the running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, his teammates have finally run out of patience as the Pittsburgh Steelers running back continues to hold out with the regular season schedule to get underway this week. The guard for the Steelers, Ramon Foster, what do you do? Here's a guy, this is a quote, what do you do? Here's a guy who doesn't give a damn. I guess. So we'll treat it as such. I just hate it came to this. He's making 7 times what I make, twice as much as Al Villanueva is making, and we're the guys who do it for him. Another quote from the center of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Marquise Pouncey, quote, why play hide and seek? Why let your agent say this? Just man up and tell us what you're going to do. The business part, I get, but that's but not if it's game day. We have a game this Sunday. We're all the way into the game plan, and you're still not here. 29-year-old center also suggests Bill should sit out and miss 10 games since he's already continued to hold it his holdout this long. Quote, honestly, it's a little selfish. I'm kind of pissed right now. It sucks that he's not here. We'll move on as a team. It doesn't look like he'll be in the game plan for week 1 at this point. James Conner looks great, which is the backup running back. I think he's a rookie. We'll worry about him in week 2. But the one that gets me here is David DeCastro, the guard of the team, joined the chorus saying Bell made his teammates look stupid. Just sit out the whole year then. Now, if y'all don't know what's going on, Bill was given a franchise tag for the second consecutive year, which is valued at $14.54 million for the 2018 season. Although his teammates once had his back, it appears that they're finally grown tired of Bill's antics, with their season opener against the Cleveland Browns on Sunday taking precedence. Bruh, well, are you on Bill's side or are you on the team side? Or his teammates side, right?
I'm on the teammate side.
What?
I'm on the teammate side. Yeah, I mean, you got a contract. Yeah, you already know where I'm going. Play. Play. You like you say, you making $14 million this year. Play.
It's not even about this year, man. He's looking for a long term.
I know, but you know what? I get it. I know he's looking for a long term. This is a person who's looking for a long term deal who's hurt every year. So now,
go ahead.
Look at the business part of this now. Look at the business part of this. He's hurt every year. Has he played a full season? Has he given me 12 games? He's never in the playoffs. I think last year he was in the playoffs for the one time in the last few years, and hell, he got hurt then. So come on now. Hey,
Brandon, okay.
lace him up and play, motherfucker.
He hasn't played. Okay, listen. 2013, he played 13 games. 2014, he played 16 games. 2015, he played 6 games because remember at the end of 2013 from Cincinnati Bengals. Golly. He's on suspension now, I think.
I know you're talking about.
The linebacker tore his ACL, if I'm mistaken. So then after that, 2016, he played 12 games. 2017, he played 15 games. What more you want? With the position that you get hit almost 300 times a game, what you want, man? He still
exactly. Exactly. And you heard it before too. These running backs, hey, they're a dime a dozen now. You know, you get one special one every now and then. But hey, no, I'm already giving you $14 million. You under contract. You play. You finish. You get this season over with. Yeah, then we'll talk. But especially now, looking from the, like I said, I was going with the teammates.
Mm-hmm.
They looking at this window that's getting ready to slam shut on the Super Bowl right now. They need him to get to that next level.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what they're saying. You're not here. Just go on and say it so they can move on or whatever, and the next man up can step in, and we know what we got, and we know what we got to do. This is basically a distraction for the team. That's basically all it is a distraction. And that's what they tired. They tired of the reporters in their face because they can't be in his and Bell's face. So they tired of the reporters every day asking questions about somebody else. Not about the team, but about somebody else. So yeah, they sick of it, in that regard. So either like he said, either you're gonna play this year or not. If you're not gonna play, you're gonna sit out. Just tell us, so they can stop asking us about you, pretty much, and we can go on with our season, however it turns out.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, Brandon. You know who I'm for. I'm for Bill. Go get your money. Do whatever you got to do to get your money. And I hear what you're saying. I don't agree with you that he's under contract. I don't agree with that for a simple fact. This is how the CBA need to be changed to 2020. You own a rookie deal for 3 years. There's no reason. And then you could get franchise tag 2 more years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they ain't got to pay you the money that you deserve. That's where I got a problem at these other 2 years. I can see one. But if you don't know who the hell you got after the first franchise, then you don't need to have them in the first place. The second franchise tag should be taken out. I don't think you should have that up in there. I understand they're making this money.
Mm-hmm.
That same thing with the quarterback for the Minnesota now, Cousins.
Hey,
he benefited from it.
Yeah.
But it's not about that. Yeah, you're looking for a long-term deal that you deserve. You know what you got in Le'Veon Bell. Just like Rams knew what they had with Aaron Donald, Raiders knew what they had with Khalil Mack, and we'll talk about Khalil Mack in a minute, which is a plus for us. But pay the people what they're supposed to be paid. You too busy trying to pay rob Peter to pay Paul. So I'm gonna pay my quarterback, but you're not gonna get what you deserve because I had to pay the quarterback. That's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I have a problem with his teammates putting him out there under the bus in the public, in the media. If this is your problem, you do this in-house. Yeah, so you go to his house, let's talk it out. You have a phone call or a conference call, whatever, let's talk it out. You don't go to the media and say all this stuff here. He makes 7 times what I make, twice as much as Villanueva make. Y'all don't do the same shit that Bell do. Bell had 400 something touches last year. I think they said 300 something rushing and 80 something carries. He's second in receptions. He's doing more work than the wide receivers you have on your team. This man don't deserve his money.
Yeah, he was the same ones talking about he should get paid like a wide receiver.
And what's wrong with that?
Did you miss the part when I say they're a dime a dozen now?
You actually
that position, and that's what the team that's how they looking at it. Like you said, they robbing Peter to pay Paul or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are, and I agree with what you're saying. You know, teammates could have been more discreet about it, but who's to say they weren't? Who's to say them conversations didn't happen in private at first?
Okay,
you know, mm-hmm. and you know, Bill might say, you know, fuck you, you know, and so now they pissed, you know, dude, he ain't trying to listen or whatever, blah blah blah. Hey, I'm done, you know, and they not going to the media. The media is coming to them. I'm just saying.
I hear you. Now, from what I understand, they offered him $70 million, but the problem they have with that contract is the guaranteed money. Now, you had Todd Gurley just got through signing 4 years, $57.5 million, $45 million guarantee. Do you think he's better than Gurley?
I think he's better to, or no less than equal to. So, yeah.
Okay, with that being said, if you offer them $70 million and the problem is with the guaranteed money, why can't you give him the guaranteed money he's looking for? Now, I don't know what the guaranteed money is.
Right, that's what I'm going to say. Is it less than $45 million?
I don't know what it is. Even if it's $50 million, give that man his money. If that's the problem.
I agree.
You know,
I agree. If you don't offer them 70, man, you know what? I'm just going to it is just extremely difficult for me to be arguing about these millionaires and their money.
I know.
And I got to go hit this clock every day.
And what we make for a lifetime is what they make.
Right. I'm telling you.
I try not to think that way.
I know it's hard, boy. But I was like, oh my God. It just hit me in the back of the neck. Like, wait a minute. This motherfucker. They offered this dude $70 million. I don't care what the guarantee was.
But no, okay. Now I hear what you're saying, right? But aren't you the same one that always tell me the market?
Yeah. That's me, you know, putting that to the side. Yeah, the market dictates, you know, what it is. And I'm not saying, don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm not saying that he don't deserve everything he asking for. I'm not saying that. I'm not. Let me just put that out there. I'm not saying that he deserved all of that and more. That is a gladiator's game. You can, you know, the next play could be the end of your career, or you know, the next play can put you in the wheelchair for the rest of your life. You know, I get it. I totally get it. You know, so don't I don't want nobody getting that twisted about, you know, my comments or what I'm saying. I'm just, you know, I'm just trying to look at it from both sides. You know.
I got you, and I totally agree with you on that. For a simple fact, the money that you're making now, you try to get as much money as you can get, because you know at least a fourth to a half of that's going to your welfare and your physical health. After
football. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with that. Get the money that you're supposed to get, and I always, you know how I feel about everybody telling me about it's the market. It's the market. Well, if it's the market, tell me what's wrong with what he's asking for with the guaranteed money compared to Todd Gurley. If Todd Gurley got this money, I'm not saying just because Todd Gurley got that money, I'm gonna pay you that. You know what I'm saying? But give him a choice. Don't lock him up. Talking about okay, I'm franchise tag you again and be happy with this $14 million. No, I want more than $14 million. I want this $50 million guarantee. No, I'm sorry, $45 million guarantee, if not more, that this team gave Todd Gurley. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. And for these players to say what they said out in public, that reminds me, and I'm gonna end it with this. And you could give me your 2 cents after this. You remember, I think it was 2002, 3, 4, 5, I can't remember. When Green Bay, the player from Green Bay, I want to say it was the tight end, held out, and Brett Favre went to him and said, man, come on back. You know, you're going to get your money. We just need you back at the beginning of the season. Not more than maybe 2 games, he blew his knee out. He ain't see that money.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a telltale sign for his offensive line to say, just stay out of my damn pocket. I'll show up when I show up.
Yeah.
Because it ain't like it's not like, see, when you do something like this, how am I supposed to trust you when I come back? You saying all this out here in the media.
Right. Well, like I said, how we know a conversation didn't take place before that?
That's true. I feel you.
We don't know. I mean, whatever we hearing, it's only half of what's really been out there.
True.
You know.
Right. I get you. All right, man. Listen, say so you for the team, I'm for the player. Basically, right?
I want him to just play. Right. I want him to just play. But yeah, I get his point. You know, at the end of the day, the big picture, we gonna look. If I'm gonna sit back on the couch and look at the big picture, yeah, he's 100% right. You know, he got to look out for his future or whatever. And you know, like you said at the beginning, you can't blame him or the players. You got to blame this contract. You know that everybody's working under. You know, so that's definitely has to be restructured. But you know, dealing with contracts, whatever. If it's in writing like this, and I can do it this way, damn it, I'm doing it this way. Unless, say, I feel like changing it. You know,
right. I got you. Cool. All right, man. Let's talk about what benefited our hometown Chicago Bears right here. Khalil Mack was the heart and soul of the Oakland Raiders in his first 4 NFL seasons. But after a lengthy contract dispute, the 2006 AP Defensive Player of the Year will join the Bears. The Raiders and the Chicago Bears reached an agreement to swap Mack as of Saturday morning. Before the end of the day, the Bears negotiated a 6 years, $141 million extension. Damn. Woo. With Mack, with $90 million guarantee that makes him the highest paid defensive player in the NFL. The huge contract eclipsed 6 years, $135 million deal that the 2017 Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald, received from the Los Angeles Rams just 1 day earlier. Mack trade rumors have been heating up for a while, and by the end of the week, reports had Oakland's asking price at a pair of first-round picks. The offers they received were already said to be fairly steep. That's what the Bears are giving up to get Mack, 2 first-round picks. Here are the exact terms of the trade. The Bears will get Khalil Mack, a 2020 second-round pick, and a conditional 2020 fifth-round pick. The Raiders get a 2019 first-round pick, 2020 first-round pick, 2020 third-round pick, 2019 16th-round pick. Mack, at the age of 27, was the 5th overall selection in the 2014 NFL Draft and lives up to the hype with 3 Pro Bowl nods and 2 first-team All-Pro selections. He and the Arizona Cardinals' Chandler Jones are the only 2 players in the NFL with at least 35 sacks over the last 2 years. So I know the Bears could do something like that. I was shocked. I'll put you like this. when I woke up Saturday morning and I looked at my phone and seeing that the Bears had Khalil Mack, I didn't believe it. I had to turn on TV. Turn on
Mm-hmm.
TV, didn't believe that. I had to turn on the internet. I had to turn on the laptop. I said, damn. First thing, then my youngest daughter came up in the room and said, Dad, you see what the Bears just did? I said, how they gonna pay him? I never seen them paying no. I said they can't pay him $135 million. What the hell do I know? You gonna pay him $141 million in 6 years, and $90 million guarantee. I did not see this coming. What about you?
No, I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it coming. You look at team, especially from the Bears,
Right.
who's notoriously cheap. You see something like this coming from the Cubs or the Sox, something like that.
Right.
Not the Chicago Bears, but they put on their big boy draws, and they's like, hey, this what it is,
Mm-hmm.
This, and from my research or whatever, it was the last second, offer or whatever, that I guess they had got hold to, what the other teams was offering or whatever, and realized that, hey, we got to up the ante. He need to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they pretty much what they did with 2 first round picks, so hey, kudos to Ryan Pace and the Bears for pulling the trigger on that one.
Let me ask you this. So you gave up a first round pick for next season and the season after that. You think he's worth 2 first round picks?
Yeah, because I don't know what them first round picks gonna get me, next year and the year after that. And let's say the Bears, who a team that was getting better, that first round pick could have been anywhere, from the 20th pick in the first round, the 18th pick, the 22nd pick, for the next year or two. With this pick, you got a top 5 pick, with your first round pick. You basically gave up your first round picks for a top 5 pick, one of the top 3 defensive players in the league. You know what you got. That's the whole important thing. Is it's not okay. Well, we got to groom them. We got to train them into this. We got to make him this type of player. You already know what you got. You got an all-pro at 2 positions. Who's never missed an NFL game. He's gonna be there. And I was listening to his interview, Khalil Mack's interview, and man, he's starving. He's ready to play. He's so happy, so happy to be here. He said he just, he like Oakland, what Oakland did for him, but he already turned that page. He ready to go. And you gotta like somebody, somebody like that on your team, And with him and the team that we already had that was getting better every year, they done, took another huge step, not only toward the playoffs, but for a championship run, within the next year or 2.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Now, with that being said, I heard Matt Nagy, the head coach of the Bears, he's excited. He can't wait to see the product on the field. It's like everybody got a new a shiny toy now. The new shiny.
Yeah, because he was in Kansas City, so he had to try to defend this dude. So he already know what it takes.
Right.
He had to play this dude twice a year, so he already know what it takes to deal with this guy every season.
Exactly. Okay. With that being said, now we got Khalil Mack in the lineup. The lineup consists of Akeem Hicks, which is a monster, Eddie Goldman, Jonathan Bullard, Leonard Floyd, monster, Danny Trevathan, monster. I think Nick Kwiatkowski is going to start as left he's going to start as linebacker, but we got Raekwon Smith, the rookie, who's supposed to be had the leadership mentality. So with all that being said, is the monster Midway coming back?
You know what? That's a big shiny nickel you trying to pull out your pocket right there. Them guys ain't no I'm not gonna coin them that because that's just too big. That's just too big of a status to get them right now.
Okay.
You know, they got to actually get there. You know, you watched that team, and we grew up when that team was wrecking havoc in the league. So they have to come with it just like that before I coin them that. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that. I'm cool with that. I don't want to call it. You got to show me.
Yeah.
You look good on paper.
On paper, right.
Show me, you know what I'm saying?
Right. First of all, yeah, right. You got to beat a team in your division that you can't seem to beat. You know, you got to dominate them. That team back there dominated the division.
Right.
You know,
right.
They swept the division for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, hey, get a hold of your division first before we call you that.
Okay. That being said, let's move on and talk about the Bears. 2012, Lovie Smith was the last team to. No, I ain't gonna say be over 500. They went 10-6. Mark Trestman came in 2013. They went 8-8. In 2014, they dropped to 5-11. 2015, John Fox came in. They went 6-10. Then they dropped to 13-3. Then they went up 2 games, 5-11 before he got fired, and we bring in Matt Nagy. I'm not expecting nothing from his first year. I'm excited to see what he's gonna pull out because he's an offensive-minded head coach. We talked about this off air. I'll be happy if they get 8-8 right now. We just finished 5-11 last year. I'm not gonna be happy unless they get 8-8. You, on the other hand, I guess expect more. What do you think they should do this year?
Well, before the Khalil Mack deal, I was looking for them to be 7-9.
Okay,
you know?
Right.
So, that could be either way, you know, with a game-winning field goal here, there, whatever. But with a Khalil Mack on your defense or whatever,
mm-hmm.
that's a few more 3-and-outs, you know, for the defense. Okay. That puts the ball in your offensive hand a few more times a game, you know. So I'm looking at from 7-9 without him till 9-7 or 10-6. You know, I'm looking at 2 or 3 more wins with the addition of him. Yeah.
Okay. Which means you see a wild card berth. If not winning the division.
Right. Nah, I don't see him winning the division.
Okay, because I know you're going to need at least 10 wins to win a division with Minnesota and with Green Bay.
Right.
I'm going to say Green Bay. I'm going to say Minnesota. You know what Minnesota has.
Right. Minnesota is a Super Bowl contending team. Okay. Yeah, let's not get mistaken that. They got a Super Bowl team up there.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. You just had to pick who has the most pressure on the Chicago Bears roster.
Shit. Well, I think 2 people. The quarterback.
Yep.
And Khalil Mack.
Yeah, we paid you all this money. You got to show.
You got $141 million a month, 90 guaranteed. We want those 6-7 sack season.
Right. Right. And before we move on, let's talk about the team he came from. You mean to tell me a monster like that, one of the top defenders in the league, you can't pay him that money?
No, I said they couldn't. I said they couldn't.
Right.
You know, same thing with going back with Pittsburgh. You know, I'm not saying Pittsburgh can't pay him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every team can pay whomever they want, what they want. You know, but they couldn't see them, you know, themselves paying, like you said, a defensive player. Well, you didn't say that. Well, your statement in our last conversation, the Trump conversation, the unwritten rule. Mm-hmm. I think the Raiders' unwritten rule is we ain't paying no damn defensive player that type of money. You know, I can see them giving it to the quarterback, maybe or even the wide receiver. I don't see them giving it to him. You know, and they notorious for being, you know, offensive minded anyway, you know, so they figure they're going to win with offense, you know, regardless of whatever. And not last year, but like the year before, they had a great offense, you know, before Carr went down or whatever. In the playoffs could have been totally different if he was healthy, you know, that season, you know. So, I don't know what's going on with the Raiders. I don't know what's, you know, they got their own first round pick. They got 2 from the Bears. Now they just gotta hope that college crop, you know, at least 4 of them gonna be Raiders.
Right, exactly. And, you know, I heard Reggie McKenzie, the GM for the Raiders, said we was willing to give him top pay. Give a top player top pay. So my thing was like, what was your
definition of top pay?
Top pay. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Because you already seen what the market, as everybody tell me, the market. The market was set when Aaron Donald got 6 years, $135 million, $86.9 million guarantee. So what was you coming to the table with? You know, we always say, okay, the market. And I ain't saying he's better than Aaron Donald. I put him on the same plateau as Aaron Donald. So you guys come up in there like, what you talking about? If it was so drastic it's so much of a gap, you was willing to trade him. And just like you said, these defensive players they're not looking to pay these defensive players this type of money. And we know how John Gruden is. He's an offensive-minded player. He's an offensive-minded coach, even though he's been out the game for 10 years. But you know what he's looking for. And with his 10-year contract, $100 million, he got a lot of cushion to say whatever the hell he want to say right now.
Right.
You know, so it's just tripped out how that all went. Now, with that being said, I got my conspiracy theory right here. Let me hear what you think about this. Check it out. Aaron Donald wasn't getting paid. Odell Beckham wasn't getting paid. Khalil Mack wasn't getting paid. Todd Gurley wasn't getting paid. Have you noticed that when all of a sudden when Aaron Rodgers got his 4-year, $134 million contract done, now the team's throwing money out there. I'm saying that these teams was waiting to see what Green Bay was going to do if they was able to pay him. If they was going to be able to pay him, these teams going to throw money at Aaron Rodgers. Because it seems like soon as Aaron Rodgers got his money, Odell Beckham got his money. Todd Gurley got his money. Then I think Aaron Donald got his money. Now Khalil Mack.
Yeah, that's possible.
I know it's far-fetched, but I said, I don't know, man. It can't be.
Well, like we said last year, the way the money's being thrown around, we thought that Aaron Rodgers had no problem leaving Green Bay. I didn't think so.
He got rid of his boy Jordy Nelson. He was right after that.
Right. So I mean, yeah. So they had to lock him up. So yes, it's anything's possible. Right. Anything's possible.
Right. Just want to throw that out there. Throw it against the wall. See what you think about it. See what sticks.